will be using Waterslide Decal paper to decorate these two ceramic mugs that I got from the Dollar Tree. Okay, this can be an alternative to using sublimation and or using vinyl. Today we will not be using the Cricut, which you can use a Cricut to do this if you need to design your decals, but today I'm just simply showing you how to apply your Waterslide decal. Okay, so what do you need to get this project going? You will need Waterslide decal paper. This is from Hayes Paper Company. The size is A4, and I ordered this from Amazon.com. There were other options of different brands that you could try, so it's pretty much your preference. We will see how this works. I've never worked with this particular brand, so this will be my first time seeing how it works. Next, you will need something to place your Waterslide decals on. So it can be a ceramic mug, you can place this onto glass, you can there's so many different products that you can place your Waterslide decals on. You'll also need a bowl of room temperature water. This is where once we print out the Waterslide decals and we're ready to place it onto the mugs, we will have to place or submerge it into the water for a few seconds, like 30 seconds to a minute. You also want to make sure that you have some alcohol wipes. This is something that I just put together usually when I'm cleaning products. So you are going to do this and make sure you have a nice clean surface. Also, when you're doing your decal, you want to make sure your measurements are correct. So make sure you measure the space that you want to place your decal on. It's also a good idea to have a silicone brush that you can kind of brush your design on smoothly with, as opposed to using your fingers, because you don't want your Waterslide decals to tear. And finally, I have two acrylic sealers here, but we're going to use just this one, and this is what you spray on top of your decal and you let it dry. You give it about 2 or 3 coats of it and you let it dry for a few minutes prior to submerging it into the water and placing it onto your ceramic mug. That makes this is a sealer, so you don't have to worry about the ink smudging or anything like that, and that's really what you want. And you will have a mug that you love, or you will give someone a mug that they love. All right, y'all. So what we're going to do is we are going to clean our mugs. And so mine are gonna go, I'm gonna place it right here in this area. So I wanna make sure that that's clean and dried. Okay, these are our decal slides. So one is printed regularly and the other is mirrored. We're going to see which way is easier for us to apply our decals to the mugs, okay? Okay, next I'm going to take this outside and spray our decal slides. Make sure wherever you spray it is nicely ventilated. And I'm going to repeat the process 3 times. So I'm going to spray it, let it dry, then I'm going to repeat that again 2 other times. Okay, so I'm back and we're ready to get started with placing our decal on our mug. If you're anything like me, you're impatient, you love making things, and you love seeing beautiful things. So that sometimes makes you rush, and you want to really take your time to make sure that everything turns out exactly how you want it. So make sure you have your bowl of water and make sure that it is room temperature. You're only going to submerge your decal in the water for about 30 seconds to a minute. So if you need a timer, get a timer, but I'm just going to hope. So it will curl, as you guys can see, but you want to make sure that it gets wet. So gently, very gently. So the backing's curled. I kind of just want to make sure that it's all getting wet. And just let it be. I like to make sure while you're doing that, just get a little water and brush the part of your mug or tumbler, whatever you're using this for. Just brush that with a little bit of water. You can even use your fingers. You don't have to use your little brush. I just use it because it's here, but you can use your brush. This is my area. Okay. I think that's been 30 seconds. So you're going to take it out. You're going to place, for this one, you're going to place the backing of it. Make sure you want to do it while it's wet, like that. Oh. And you left some of your, make sure you put a little more water. And you just kind of want to slide it. So you just hold it and you just slide it right off onto your cup. And then you just take it, and this is why the brush is good, because you can gently like adjust it. It may not be as straight as I would have wanted it, but because you need to do this part quickly because it does dry very, very fast. Okay, you use this to smooth it out. You can use your fingers, but you have to be very, 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 very careful. You guys see? See how it turned out? It dries very quickly, okay? Part right there that I just want to make sure, and you do this to get the air bubbles out. Okay, looks good. We're going to let this dry for a little bit. Now I'm going to try another way that I saw, and I see a lot of different people doing it. I got this design out of a Cricut Design Space. The other one, I actually did that design myself in Illustrator. But this one I got because I just wanted to see how to do it the other way. So the same steps apply. You're going to submerge it into the water for about 30 seconds. And this is the one we mirrored the image. Prior to printing it, I mirrored the image, and we're going to place it on the front. A lot of people say that this is an easier way of getting the decal on. We didn't have that much difficulty getting the decal off, putting it with the backing to the mug, but sometimes you do. And maybe if this is a way easier way, maybe this is something the way that you want to do it. So we'll see. Okay, we're gonna let this stay here for a little bit longer. We are going to, of course, make our mug a little wet. Just splash a little bit of water where the decal will go. Okay, I think we may be ready. And we shall see. Okay, so this has been fully submerged. So this one, you just take it and you just simply place it on your mug. Kind of smooth it out with it on. Oh, that was easy. So you're gonna take this and then you just brush it on. Make sure you get rid of all your air bubbles because they do come up, but you have to do this part fairly quickly because it dries super fast. And this is the one I also sprayed the adhesive on it on this one. Not sure if this is holding up, the ink is holding up better than the other one. That kind of worried me at first, like whether I spray it on, because it is going on a different direction. That one, the adhesive is on the front part, but this one, the adhesive would be on the underlying part. So I will just need to look into that a little more. But here we are, look. All right, so we're going to let the water dry a little bit, and then we are going to take it into the kitchen to place it into our oven. All right guys, so we've made it into the kitchen, and what we're going to do is we are going to place our mugs inside of the oven for about 10 minutes. Your oven should be on about 230 degrees, okay? And we will be done in 10 minutes. All right, y'all, so my cups have come out of the oven and they needed a few minutes to cool down. So be careful when you are taking or removing your cups from the oven. You want to make sure that you're careful because they are very, very hot. But looking at these came out beautifully. I have no complaints. And as a note, remember to print out more than one of these decals on your paper, or print out another artwork that you may want to water slide on something else, because the paper, it's a large size paper and you don't want to just print out one decal and waste the rest of the paper. So that's my little tip for you. And also, this is the paper that I used. It's pretty good. I have no complaints about it. It was fairly simple to place the decal on the front facing decal or the rear facing decal, however I put it on. It was simple both ways. Okay, thank you for watching. Remember, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, please comment below. If you would like to see me post exactly how I did the design for this cup and the process of printing and then cutting, please let me know. I will be happy to post a video for you. Thank you.